Hey guys, what's going on? We're back on the live stream. Oh shit, I almost said we're playing Monster Hunter. Yeah, we're definitely not doing that. Yeah, we're done with Monster Hunter. Yeah, I gotta... Shit, I guess I'm technically in between games. Oh yeah, yeah man, I'm really tired. I guess I'm always tired. Okay, so I was away from the channel for a little while. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. How's the sound mixing on this going? I guess that should be okay. Yeah. Yeah, let me know if there's anything I need to adjust. The mic might be a little far from my face, but you know, that's okay. God, like, is the background music like much louder than my voice right now? Yeah, that might be going on. Just let me know. Okay, Rex here. What's going on, Rex? Yeah, he says, new lore drop, y'all motherfuckers ain't ready. Yeah, so the reason I was away from the channel was because Rek and I went to Florida, Orlando specifically, to see the NieR Orchestra. We had wanted to see the show that would be here in Dallas, but that sold out instantly. So yeah, we had to go somewhere else. Yeah, so we ended up going to Florida, like, for that. And yeah, that was unusual. That was an unusual experience. I'll tell you guys about that. And yeah, I guess I just haven't done an art stream in a while, so we're gonna be drawing some horse shit. I am completely out of practice, so yeah, I probably just need to do some warm-ups first. How about that? Okay, I actually got... So I started working from home during lockdowns, and yeah, during that time, they like forced me to not use my personal computer anymore. They actually gave me a work laptop. And so I went through all this trouble of connecting my work laptop to my home monitors, including my tablet monitor. This is how I draw. But yeah, so I set that up. Like, because, you know, like, everyone would join my meetings, because I would always, like, draw Pictionary during meetings and all that type of shit. But, yeah, under the new team, we just don't have time to talk about anything. It's all work, work, work. Yeah, nobody has any leisure time to really discuss whatever the fuck. Yeah, it's been kind of fucking sad. Yeah, that's a bit of a pain in the ass. Like, that was kind of hard to do my hardware that way. Sorry, guys, I'm just gonna do some generative AI, you motherfuckers, and do some warm-up exercises first. Yeah. Heavy, what are you up to? I think Heavy was just on the stream with Salty. Like, they were playing hide and seek and GBO 2. Yeah. So hopefully we just have like a really quiet stream today. We're just gonna sit here and relax, talk to my people. I'm gonna hang out with you guys in a while. Yeah, I guess what's the game plan today? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys about the NieR Orchestra. What are we gonna draw? Yeah, I can work on my Gundam Epion. Or you guys want to try doing some NieR fan art? Yeah, I don't know if that'll go well, because they're... Honestly, the NieR character designs, they're a little busy, like, actually. Not as bad as Monster Hunter. Those are busy as fuck. Yeah, I actually don't really like drawing Monster Hunter art because of how busy it is. But, yeah, good lord. Yeah, we can draw a little bit of NieR. Maybe I can work on my Drakengard thumbnail, because, yeah, I gotta start up the Drakengard 3 Let's Play soon. Oh boy. I'm gonna erase those. Alright, what other warm-ups do you guys know? Want to draw some circles with me? These are pretty consistent. Oh, this asshole might kind of know what he's doing. Not really. I'm fucking terrible. I haven't seen Goldpile in a while. Where's his ass? Yeah, he usually comes around when we're playing Monster Hunter. Sometimes he comes around for Armored Core. Yeah, Goldpile does a little bit of everything. He's a much better artist than me. I kind of want to see more of his sister's art. She's like really good. Yeah, here's my fucking problem. Like, I'm a little bit okay at everything. And it makes it so that, like, my interests are just like in a million different directions. So I don't have time to get really good at any particular thing. So it's kind of a double-edged sword for me. Paul's asking, where did you learn to draw? Was it just a passion thing? It's hard to say, man. I think a lot of it was just we were poor, so I guess handing like some kid like a little bit of paper and a pencil was really cheap. Like that's a really cheap way to keep a child entertained. I will definitely go that route when I reproduce. Like that's gonna be a really cheap way to, you know, yeah, like just keep my kid busy. You know, be a lot safer for them than you know, playing on a tablet or a smartphone. That shit will fucking liquefy your brains. But look at me. I just spent my childhood learning how to draw, and look at me now. I'm just some giant asshole with a lot of money and no friends. So, you know, you gotta pick your battles, you know. Let's see. It's hard to say. My earliest memory of drawing was coming home from the Ninja Turtles like live action movie, and just going home and drawing Leonardo because he was a fucking badass. And yeah, so I just draw Leonardo, and you know, he'd be a turtle. And I'm pretty sure like I drew him as like a stick or something, but like this is kind of like frog proportions. Yeah, forgive me. Turtle shells do that, right? And we just draw some Ninja Turtles. And I distinctly remember, I've probably told this story on the stream before, but yeah, I'd drawn like Leo's swords like that, and wow, that looks pretty good. And then I remember trying to 2D these, and I would be like, okay, you're supposed to get it like in those proportions. And then I did something like weird. I think I was trying to get the proportion of this blade correctly, but I accidentally like did this, something like that. I accidentally did something like that. I'm fucking this up really badly. Sorry, chat. There. Let's say I did it like this. And I'm like, hey man, that looks kind of interesting. When, like, I know the tip of a sword isn't supposed to be that broad, but when I draw it that way, it kind of looks like Leo is pointing the sword at me. That's really cool. And when the fuck did this movie come out? Rek, look up the release year of the Ninja Turtles movie. Yeah, yeah. Like once we know the year, we'll know how old I was when I was drawing this horse shit. But yeah, I was drawing fucking Leonardo and like his twin swords. Not the steel heavies thing here, but yeah, I fucking love dual wielding swords. Like it just looks cool. Pizza slices, yeah. So yeah, I remember just drawing, like, just on my own and just kind of having a talent for it, I suppose. And then, let me get up a new thing. So this is when I got a quote-unquote formal lesson. I remember sitting with my grandpa, and he had taken us out for a walk, you know, like we're a bunch of dogs. You know, I guess children are the same way. You gotta exercise them or they go fucking crazy. So he took us out for a walk. Rex says the year was 1990. Okay, so I was like 2 or 3 at the time. Wow. Really? I'm drawing this horse shit when... There's no fucking way. Maybe I watched it on... No, it wasn't on VHS. I remember seeing it in the theaters. Was it the second movie I saw in theaters? I'm pretty sure it was the first one. But maybe it was on VHS. I don't know. But yeah, like... Holy crap. Okay, well... I remember being really young, and it was at that first apartment, so... Yeah, I would have been a toddler, like, at the time. Well, that's really strange. Like, I'm kind of surprised it went that early. Anyway, fast forward a few years. Yeah, Grandpa sits me down. Like, yeah, so we had just gone to a walk to the grocery store. And at the grocery store, he had bought, like, one of these toys. It was, like, kind of like a wand or a mace. And, what did it look like? Kind of like this. Got a trigger right here. Yeah. So he had bought like this little, like a little wand thing, and it has this trigger right here. So it would, whenever you press the trigger, like there would be like some gears in here. That's not what a gear looks like. You know, you guys know what I mean. Yeah, it would have some gears in here. It would spin a flint. And so they would make this dragon right here, like this, get out some like fucking sparks out of his mouth. I was like, wow, that's fucking cool. So yeah, I was already ecstatic like about the toy, but Grandpa sat my ass down, like realizing that, hey, this child is really weak and vulnerable. Let's give him a skill, you know. So, yeah, Grandpa sits my ass down, and he's like, all right, Zero, let's draw some dragons. I'm like, draws dragons? That sounds really difficult. How will we do that, Grandpa? Yeah, so Grandpa sits my ass down. So he's like, okay, we're gonna draw some dragons. So, okay, so this isn't necessarily how he taught me, but yeah, like Eastern dragons, they have like a specific anatomy. So this is way too broad. I gotta, sorry, my brush stroke a little smaller. Going 8. Okay, so Eastern dragons have. Come on. I turn off the eraser. There we go. Okay, that's not responding very well. I'll have to adjust that later. Okay, Eastern dragons have some teeth. Yeah, this one's got a bit of a jaw. Don't worry about that. Here, how retarded do you want this guy to look? Okay, I guess we'll make it look less retarded. Okay, Eastern dragons have camel heads, and they have prong horns, which look like that. Yeah, prong horns. They have fish gills, and a lot of them have goatees. What else is going on their heads? They have kind of a mane thing going on, but I don't know what the mane is from. That looks terrible. Sorry, chat. Yeah, if you can't tell yet, like most of the stream's just gonna be me like completely just fucking around. Okay, they got a little bit of a mane. Oh yeah, they got whiskers. I believe they are catfish whiskers. Okay. Oh. Okay, catfish whiskers. They got that snake body. Okay, we'll do that. Alright. snake body. Alright, and they got eagle claws. Right, so we'll gonna give them a little bit of a drumstick there. Elbow. Alright, is this dragon Japanese or Chinese? Let's do Chinese. He's from China. Okay, so Chinese dragons, they got fuck me, I forgot how many fingers they got? I think they got 4 on the front and the back. Okay, like that. A bit of hair on the elbow there. Ah, this pen is not responding very well, sorry. Okay, they got eagle claws. Yeah, they change the number of claws depending on what region they're from. Drawing the background layer. Oh, this is just a demonstration drawing. Don't even worry about it. And then yeah, I guess we gotta give him another leg. Yeah, that's behind his head. Don't worry about it. Okay, so this is looking pretty cool. Alright, so they got type of spine thing going on. I have no idea where this ridge is from, like anatomically. Okay, bit of a snake belly going on here. Okay, and then a dragon has the scales of a carp. Which, you know, you can spend fucking ages drawing every single scale if you're an asshole, but yeah, I don't have time to be an asshole today. So, yeah, we'll just imply all the scales. Give him a bit of a wrist cuff there. Okay, not bad, right? Okay, what other anatomy does a dragon have? Depending on the type of dragon you're talking about. Yeah, it can breathe flame or mist. Yeah, for Eastern dragons. Yeah, sometimes they just breathe horse shit. Yeah, so I've heard the theory that dragons are kind of like a shortcut, like in your brain, because your brain does a lot of shortcuts. Like it's your brain like lives in an environment where it's gonna act really fast. So one way you do that is you kind of cut corners, you know. So you can think of a dragon like it's kind of like the amalgamation of everything you gotta watch out for, like kind of animal wise. And yeah, I have no idea why you would want to watch out for a camel. Those things don't seem very dangerous to me. But oh yeah, they got did they have tiger teeth? I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, so a dragon's like the amalgamation of all these things that can kill you. With the exception of spiders, for some reason. I don't happen to know why they exclude spiders from that thing. Some dragons are said to be venomous, but that might be more of a snake thing. But yeah, it's got a snake body. It's got eagle claws. I don't know why carps are dangerous. Got pronghorns. You gotta watch out for those horns. They're pretty dangerous. Are catfish whiskers dangerous? I mean, some catfish can actually like cause an infection and kill you. Anyway, the part I find interesting is that it also includes fire, like in addition to all these animals that can hunt you. But yeah, I guess fire is something that you also have to fear and respect. So that's also why dragons are worshipped, like in cultures, because it's kind of like fear creates humility. and you should worship and understand that thing that can take you out. You know, lest you be an asshole and, you know, get fucking flattened. Yeah, the worst thing you want to do in nature is, you know, have an ego, because you're gonna get fucking bodied, like, if you don't have any humility. So yeah, that's why I kind of try to take extra care to not fuck around, because I don't want to find out. Okay. Oh, Rack, please don't find any spider dragons and post them. Okay, anyway, so yeah, so I guess Apollo just wanted an explanation on, like, how I can draw. Like, that's kind of the basic story. So, yeah, I just kind of had a little bit of talent for it. Like, I noticed some weird shit before anyone else noticed. And then, yeah, I guess when I was younger, Grandpa taught me how to draw through observation. Like, here, Zero, look at this dragon, then draw a fucking dragon. And then, essentially, how he taught me was, things that look complicated are made of smaller, more simpler parts. So, you know, I mean, just looking at this drawing now, I'd be like, how the fuck did you draw that? Well, like, when I walked you guys through it, like, I told you, like, hey, here are all the individual parts a dragon is made of, and I just drew it all one by one. You know, you just add pieces, like, here and there. And then eventually, like, it looks like something bigger and more complicated. So, yeah, that's essentially how drawing works. Like, you just take something crazy and complicated, and you break it down into smaller things. Science is kind of the same way, so yeah, kind of got a talent for that shit too. So yeah, that's how that works. Not saying I'm very good at it, because I'm definitely not. But yeah, that's like the basics. Okay, so there's dragons, and how I learned how to draw. Yeah, that's gotta be like the third time I've told that story in the stream. I'm sure like Wreck and Heavy are really sick of it. Yeah, what else were we doing? Satan says, why doesn't the dragon have a sword in its head? Do they have to do that? Heavy says, now make him muddy to be a Ron. Heavy, that's gonna cost extra. Yeah, I am considering, like, you know, when I retire, I kind of want to draw, like, Rule 34 art, and just, like, make money off of that, because, you know, I figure that's a good way to go into the sunset, just drawing a bunch of anime titty. But yeah, man, like, the AI art is, like, so good now, it's like, is there really any point in me learning how to do that? Now make it a cute girl. Oh, God, you guys are those kinds of animals? Like, Jesus. I don't really know a good way of rendering mud. Yeah, I'll have to look into it. Why don't we ask Google really fast? Okay, I'm gonna do this off screen because I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen on Google. Okay, how to draw mud. It looks goopy and brown to me. I don't know why, but I actually really like this drawing. It's pretty funny. Oh, a mud crab. Oh, this is very nice. Yeah, very good anatomy too. Except for the part where these legs don't really connect anywhere. And then also, I think crabs are decapods, right? So it's supposed to have 10 limbs? Yeah, it might be because the very hind legs, like, they're like, they have like fins on them. So, like, maybe they're more like behind the... Yeah, this guy, he's got the right number of legs. Yeah, man. Sorry, Heavy. I'll have to do a follow-up on how to get this Ron full of mud. It's just me, there are too many mud monsters in Monster Hunter lately. I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you. Gutter says, ever mess with other brush types? I have not, Gutter. It's something I should probably learn, because at this point I'm basically using Photoshop like it's MS Paint. And yeah, I have not messed with brush types. It's something I really need to learn. But yeah, I'm kind of too retarded. Like, it really messes with my head. So yeah, I'm more... I mean, I don't do too badly. Like, I just use the basic ass brush mode. But yeah, like for me, I'm just all detail oriented instead of effects oriented. But yeah, that's just me. Rex says, you should make concept art for VTubers. Those streamers pay out for stuff like that. Well, that's the thing, Rec. I'm not really good at concept art because, like, they're more theoretical, you know? Whereas I'm kind of about, like, I'm all about hard details. And then, I'm just not really good at fashion, you know? So, what the fuck am I gonna do, drawing fashionable characters? I can't really do that. But, I don't know, bro. Like, I can try it. Apollo says, best thing he's drawn was a skirt. No, it looks really good. Just couldn't do the rest. Okay. So you can draw a skirt. That's kind of like the opposite of Rule 34. Yeah, you should make that your career, Apollo. Like, just putting clothes on people instead of the other way around. Gutter says mud crab will grow them back next shed. Oh yeah, that is yeah, that is how crabs regrow limbs. Tom says using Photoshop in the year of our Lord 2024. What do people even use now? I don't know fuck all about any of this art technology. Oh yeah, the fashion book, Rec. Yeah, that's something I need to make time to do. Just yeah, just sit around and just draw some random ass outfits or something, or just like just scroll through some fashion horse shit and just draw that. Yeah, I've been meaning to ask Goth-chan, like, hey man, I don't know shit about looking good. Like, you got any? Just send me some of the websites you shop at or something. I'll just draw everything on there. Ugh. Yeah, hopefully she's doing okay. She sent me a funny meme today. I'm so tired, chat. Okay, alright, you guys want to hear about the NieR concert? Let's make a new page. I'll come back to this Epion later. God, I hadn't looked at this thing in a while, and I'm like, it looks cool at distance. You zoom in, like, man, these are some terrible brush strokes. Like, look at this one. I gotta fix this one. That. Oh, no one's gonna zoom in this far in the drawing, right? You guys aren't psychopaths like I am. At least I hope not. Oh boy. Yeah, I think before I publish this thing, I kind of want to fix the geometry right there. It's just too two-dimensional, you know what I mean? And then, I kind of stopped at this heat rod because, oh, fuck me. I didn't want to draw like 20 segments of the same shit at different angles. That would have driven me fucking insane. But I'm gonna have to do it if I'm gonna finish this drawing. Oh boy. Anyway, yeah, that's just, you know, my problems. Okay, NieR. Okay, I'm gonna try to draw some NieR Automata or maybe NieR Replicant shit. I can't fucking do it. I don't even know what these characters look like off the top of my head. Rick says he uses Krita for digital drawing, but mostly the thing for piece art. Sorry, like this chat thing has like this icon that's floating right over your text. It's not fucking helping. Yeah, I can't get rid of it. What is this thing? Gutter says, for a few of the whipplings, you could just draw one segment, then copy, paste, or transform to lay it out. Yeah, I could, Gutter, but, it would make me feel like a total bitch if I did. And, you know, nobody's really gonna care if I do, but I would care. Like, this... The thing about art is... it's gonna potentially live forever. It might even live longer than me. And... you know, like, when my soul, like, you know, has passed on and gone to hell, all that type of stuff, I don't want to think back on my art and just think, like, hey, I went really lazy right there, and I don't want to regret that. So, yeah, I know that's just me and my OCD, but yeah, like, I know I could. I don't think I want to. But yeah, I know it's an option. I used the transform tool a bunch when... where is it? My Wing Gundam. Where'd it go? Is it in here? Fuck. I don't know where the file went, chat. God damn it. Is it in my archive? Oh, those are some fun drawings. I forgot I drew this. Or I didn't draw this, I photoshopped it. I'm actually really proud of, quote-unquote, how natural the Photoshop looks. I definitely used the transform tool for the boomerang on the crest. Yeah, it actually looks like it's the proper perspective, like for fitting on its head. This is the Slave Wraith with the Ramzagox weapons. Yeah, we call it the Ram Wraith, like on the Discord. It's I don't know. I think it's really special. That's just me because I'm a psychopath, I guess. Where the hell did my Wing Gundam go? Here. Fuck. Holy shit, chat. I don't know which one it is. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's a really big fat-ass file, so it's gonna take a while. Yeah, so here's the one I quote-unquote finished. So yeah, this... yeah, so these two wing binder segments, I believe they... this pop-up is getting really fucking annoying. Yeah, I gotta find a way to turn that off. Anyway, yeah, so these wing binder segments, like left and right, you notice they're not perfect mirrors of each other. They were originally mirrored, but then I used a transform tool to kind of alter the perspective a little bit. But yeah, I didn't end up really having to do that, like on my Epion drawing. But yeah, I'm familiar with the process. Yeah, so I used the transform tool to mostly assist with perspective, but I ended up kind of redoing the lines anyway. So I think as long as I kind of know what I want to do with the lines, maybe I don't really have to use transform tool, but yeah, I know about it. But yeah, thank you for the suggestion. It is a good idea. Okay, yeah, there's my old ass, like, shitty drawing. Okay. What was I about to do? Alright, chat. You guys want to hear about the NieR Orchestra? Alright, somebody in chat, pick something from NieR or NieR Replicant for me to draw. You're not allowed to say Kaine's penis. Because I know she has one. She's got a big veiny one. Like, it's not... that's not my words. It's the book. Like, it's fucking canon. But yeah, I will not draw Kaine's penis today. Maybe another time, but I just pick something for me to draw. Okay, Gutter says he wants a lunar tear. All right. Okay, we'll go with the lunar tear first. I swear to fucking God, Google. Okay, lunar tear. Alright, yeah, I haven't seen one of these bastards in a while. This is a teeny tiny fucking image. Like, fuck. Oh yeah, I guess this is actually an in-game lunar tier. Damn, these little bastards only got 5 petals. Alright, I gotta pull this on the other screen here. God, I just lost the chat. That's good. That's what I get for being a loser. I only got 2 monitors here. Alright, a lunar tier. I can't see how many, like, pistil and stamen it got. Like, flowers normally, they got, like, usually 1 pistil, right? Or can flowers have multiple pistils in them? Gutter says a lunar tier could work as a backdrop for the twins. Heavy wants me to draw Lucky. Heavy, don't bring all that hatred into the chat. How could you? Okay, I'll draw Lucky. Okay. Lunar tier. I should be better at this, because, you know, like, I don't know, my parents really like flowers and shit, but... Oh boy. Fuck. Yeah, this thing's got, like, pentagonal radial symmetry. This is a lot of fucking pressure. Yeah, man, I can draw the giant robots and shit. I can't bring myself to draw a fucking flower. Oh boy. Yeah. Go Zero, he's fucking big brain. Petal's extra fat. It's like Kaine's ass. Yeah, like, I don't know what's going on with Yoko Taro, but it's all just booty, booty, booty. Yeah, make all this depression. I'll give that robot a fat ass. Okay, here's the world's worst lunar tier. Oh. Yeah, all of these icons seem to show... Is this one official? I can't tell. Weird, they're like almost all pistils and no stamens. That is so bizarre. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking cry. Jesus. They killed my boy, Emil. He got the bad ending, man. I can't believe they did that to him in NieR Automata. That was so fucked up. Spoilers, by the way. Oh, Jesus. Man, fuck this game. Why don't I like this game? It just makes me sad. Oh, God. Hey, man, lunar tiers were kind of weird. Is that the difference? Yeah, these would be stamens. Is that the pistil? Sorry, I know I'm being really anal about the anatomy of the flowers, but it's just because I just spent a fucking inordinate amount of time learning about flower biology in my biology classes. Like, yeah, it's just me being a psychopath. It's not you guys. Oh. Yeah, that is really weird. Like, I don't know why they're shaped like that. Yeah, it's like a flower, but it only has, like, one... Like, it only has, like, one set of, like, plant genitals. It doesn't have both. You know, flowers, they're supposed to have both. I can't tell which is which. Oh boy. Wait, you're from Blender. It's hard to tell what's, like, fucking official here. Okay, sorry, chat. I'm, like, driving myself to madness. Like, what is the anatomy of this flower? Okay, so let me just do this. Like, I will be the first person to render an actual hermaphrodite Lunar Like, how about that? Yeah, we'll call it the Kaine variant because it'll be intersex just like her. Oh God. Ugh. Yeah, is Twitter gonna fucking cancel me for that, or are they gonna realize it's actually a genius way to pay tribute to my girl Kaine? Okay. I don't like the way that went. Sorry, chat. Like, after I'm done fucking freaking out about flower anatomy, let me actually tell you about the concert. Okay, how many... What do these leaves look like? Show me your leaves. Yeah, same shit on the face. Ooh, I really like that leaf. That's a good leaf. Okay, let's call that my really shitty lunar tier. Heavy says, it's imperative to the plot that she has both sets of genitalia. Well, for a flower at least. For Kaine, as far as I can tell, like, she got titty, but I think downstairs, like, I think she's all male, like, downstairs. Yeah, so she has, like, male genitalia and female secondary sex characteristics. And, yeah, her being intersex was, you know, just, well, just deeply confusing for a person. And so, what her and Grandma ended up doing was, like, kind of their solution to it was, hey, let's just pick one and roll with that. And, I guess Kaine was just kind of traditionally beautiful for a woman. So Grandma just kind of said, like, hey man, you're really beautiful. Yeah, let's go with female. So yeah, Kaine just like super leaned into that. And so like, she's just running around in her knickers like the whole time. And yeah, I guess that's a way to handle that situation. So yeah, I thought that was really neat. Satala says he thought she was a hermaphrodite. I'm not very clear if she did have female genitalia or not, because the books, they only mention the male parts, I think. Like, and you know, I've read through those books like twice, so yeah, they only ever mention male genitals. Satana says he thought she ran on half naked for two reasons: keep the shadow at bay and show her femininity. Yeah, like, it's never stated explicitly why she does that, but you know, you can kind of glean it from the story. Like she's really confused, and her grandma, you know, compliments her for being beautiful, so she just kind of does that. As for the shade in her body, what was that asshole's name? I can't remember that character's name. Like Tyrion? I kind of don't like that character. Not because he's an asshole, but because I just don't find him terribly interesting. Yeah, I know Kaine's got the bandages on her arm and leg to kind of hide all, like, the black scrawl going on. Like, they got all the shade stuff going on in her limbs. But, you don't necessarily need to show a lot of skin for some reason. Apollo says he's so confused. Oh yeah, you should be, Apollo. That's, well, that's the thing, like, in the NieR games, let me just show you who the fuck Kaine is. I really hope I don't fucking see anything on Google here. Alright, yeah, Kaine is She's kind of like your girlfriend. Like, in NieR Replicant. Yeah, and, you know, she's awfully pretty. But yeah, she has a huge veiny penis. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I'm just trying to say it in a way that'll make you laugh. But yeah, she... So what's going on in NieR Replicant? Spoilers, by the way. Go play it. It's really good. So, it turns out all the humans that are running around, they don't have souls. Like, they're just... they're basically like cloned bodies. And their souls are separate from their bodies, and the souls exist somewhere else. I'll just say it that way. So, yeah, a cloned body is referred to as a replicant, and the soul is the gestalt. And so these replicants, they can't reproduce, and they have to kind of be made in a test tube or something. The twins, kind of like the town mayors, like they go make all the artificial bodies for everybody. But as it turns out, like over time, like you make so many of these things, and the souls, they're like degrading over time. Like you kind of have the same soul, and you can make a artificial body for it, but the body tends to wear out, and so like the body dies, and you just go make another body for the same soul, and you get the same person or the same body. But you can't really stick them both together again until like the end of the story, which, you know, that doesn't work out very well. But yeah, as you're making these replicants, yeah, they start having manufacturing errors, and like there's just problems with them. Apparently, because they don't reproduce, like yeah, you kind of get reproductive like issues. Like, these things haven't been using their reproductive organs, so that gets mixed up. And that's what happens with Kaine's replicant. Like, I hear that, yeah, she is originally a woman, but this particular replicant that we know in the story, she accidentally has male genitals instead. And I don't really know the reason why this isn't fixed. Maybe the people just aren't really aware it's an error, or maybe they can't undo it or fix it, or they're not willing to just kill her and start over. But yeah, she's got the wrong set of equipment, and you know, I'm not saying wrong to be an asshole, but yeah, she's actually originally a woman, and yeah, this particular body was manufactured incorrectly, so that's just something she ends up having to put up with. And, you know, like, she's not really into it. Yeah, she's having a bad time. So yeah, like, just all while she's a child, she's just, like, abused and castigated as a demon and all that type of shit. And then, yeah, and then, like, she eventually actually gets, like, possessed by a demon. So yeah, that just makes things worse. You notice, like, these bandages on her arm and leg? Yeah, because that half of her body is turning into a shade, which is kind of like the evil monsters, like, of this universe. But spoilers, they're actually human souls. So she gets possessed by a different human soul. His name's Tyrion, and yeah, Tyrion's just kind of an uninteresting, one-dimensional asshole. He just like, yeah, he's all like blood and murder, and yeah, you gotta hate everything, and you gotta enjoy like eating and fucking everything. Yeah, he's that type of animal. But yeah, that's why Kaine has powers, because, you know, Tyrion's possessing her. He's really strong. But yeah, she's a pretty complicated character. She's complicated in her setup, like in her execution. She's just yeah, she's just kind of like really, how do you describe Kaine? She is really edgy. Like, she fucking swears worse than a pirate. She's really mean, and she's really lone wolf. But she runs into NieR, our boy here, and she's just She's like run out of reasons to live, and she's just like a fucking doormat for this man. Like she'll fucking do anything for him. But yeah, like yeah, she's kind of a really fucking complicated character. Anyway, so yeah, like when people are joking about Kaine having a penis, they're actually not joking. It's like, yeah, that's what's actually going on with her. But yeah, she's cool. I really like her a lot. Okay, yeah, Tyrion. Apollo says he's played the one with 2B, that's it. Yeah, in ending E of NieR Replicant, like you kind of see that part of 2B's moveset is actually inspired by Kaine's moveset. So yeah, I thought that was a really interesting tie-in. Satanta says, context for him, he's played Drakengard 1 and 3 along with both NieRs. Yeah, I haven't played Drakengard yet. I want to start like maybe this month, maybe this week. I plan to play Drakengard 3 first, which might be a bad idea. And then, if I'm still alive at that point, maybe I'll play Drakengard 1. I'm a little worried about it because it's just so fucking old and janky. But yeah. But yeah, weirdly enough, the release, the order that most people have played it was they played NieR Automata first. Technically, Replicant released first, but most people played Automata first. And then some people would go back and play NieR Gestalt. Gestalt and Replicant are the same thing. But they re-released Replicant with a new ending. And so people went back and played the new re-released game. And they added an extra ending. Mr. Weasel's here. He says he's at work, don't tell on him. Yeah, man, we haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I've been thinking about you. I'm like, oh man, Mr. Weasel got his job and now he's too good to hang out with us. I'm glad he finally left the nest. But yeah, it's good to see you, man. Satana says he played Drakengard first as a wee lad, gave himself nightmares due to the grotesqueries. Yeah, that I heard that game was just fucking brutal. Which, knowing Yoko Taro, like a fucking course it was. Yeah. Mr. Meowgi, he says, yo bro, when are you coming back to GBO 2? Well, I've never streamed it. Like, I kind of almost exclusively stream now. Like, I make the one-off video once in a while. I don't really play GBO 2 willingly. Like, sometimes I'll log in, like, to get some tokens, or if Salty is bored, like, he'll ask me to play, and I'll play then. I have a few matches in my pocket that are pretty good, but I just haven't had time to do voiceovers or editing for them yet. So yeah, that's kind of where I am with GBO 2. Like, I have a few matches in my pocket, but yeah, I need to publish them soonish. Gutter says, for as much as we dislike Tyrion, it is kind of the Deus Ex Machina for one of the endings. Yeah, like that whole thing, or he's like, yeah man, you gotta trade your existence for Kaine. Like, it just kind of comes out of fucking nowhere, and how the fuck can you do that? I don't know, but yeah, that's just some of the choices you gotta make in that game. Satan says, the only reason he played Drakengard 1 was because someone lent it to him. Then, once he knew he beat it, he told Satanta everything that was censored or cut out from the English release. Meowgi says, those Drakengard endings were cruel. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, man, I don't know about 3. I'm probably not going to be able to emotionally survive that shit. Anyway, I was supposed to be drawing. Okay, there's Kaine, my girl. Alright, I think Rek wanted me to draw the twins. Oh, look how pretty they are. I never got to watch the NieR anime. Is that... I heard it went terribly. How could they fuck it up? Oh, well, I guess... I don't know, it's so specific, it's pretty easy to fuck things up. Since when did their pants fit so well? Oh yeah, these are the NieR Automata versions. Yeah, these weren't the twins we were hanging out. You know, these ones. Yeah, these are the OGs. Fucking god, I'm gonna cry. Jesus. This game sucks. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Rec. Fuck you, Rec. You make me draw sad shit. Yeah. Okay, I'll draw some twins. Okay, you guys wanna hear about the orchestra? I'll guess we'll talk about the orchestra. Hold on. Shit. Mr. Weasel says he heard the NieR Automata anime is on hiatus. It's Studio A1 and they had to stop due to quote-unquote COVID. Really? That was like tail end of COVID. Yeah, I heard they just fucked up all the planning, and instead of actually doing good CG, they just ripped the files from the game, and then they couldn't figure out how to texture it properly, so it just looked like dog shit. Don says, you would think Taro would have tuned down some of his Taroisms as he made more games, but no, he tries to one-up himself with each game he can write for. The most G-rated Taro is World of Cards, and even those games kind of hit you in the balls. Yeah, I have, as much as I love Yoko Taro, I love him a lot, I have a really hard time following his work, because he's just fucking all over the place, dude. Like, I don't have the time to just do all this random little shit. Like, Jesus. Heavy says, Reincarnation wasn't that sad of an ending. It was actually a somewhat happy, sort of happy one. Really? That's good. I mean, NieR Replicant ending E, I was really surprised they went with that one. I mean, I guess it was technically written out in the books, but yeah, you get your memories back, and, you know, everyone still goes extinct, but, you know, you get to exist, so that's cool. You know, for your one lifetime, you know, you still get to hang out with your cool girlfriend. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, but like, but yeah, when Kaine gets re-existenced by Tyrion's powers, I think it fixes her body to how it's supposed to be, but I'm not sure how I know that. Yeah, like, is there a way somebody can check that? Like, hey, yeah, what's her hardware like after she gets put back together? Yeah, I imagine if, you know, her hardware is still incorrect, it would make her a little bitter, but yeah, I have no idea. Okay, alright, let me get some twins like started for you here. Ugh. Chad, I'm tired. I think I'm starting to get nauseous. I need a drink of water here. Actually, oh, it's kind of hot in my office. Let me take off my socks. I know, just all you fucking foot coomers, just shut the fuck up. Zero's taking off his socks, how lewd. Yeah, don't use up all your lotion. Have you go to hell. Maybe I'll turn down my air conditioning too. I forget how hot these monitors can get. Where's my app for controlling my horseshit? Yeah, if you can remotely control your temperature, so can the government. I really wish those guys would go away. Satanta says, they live on a entirely locked Earth ravaged by a magic disease, aliens, eldritch horrors, and temporal destruction. Kind of throw in the hat with anything getting a happy ending. Yeah, they're just kind of super fucked. But yeah, that's just kind of the thing Yoko Taro's really good at. He's good at coming up with like really creative ways to fuck like the universe, and then he throws survivors into there, and he's like, I wonder what will happen to them. And then it just kind of spirals out of control and everybody dies. Yeah, man. But yeah, I fucking love his writing. Like, it's terrible. Okay, let's see. We can draw a Popola first. Sorry, chat. Yeah, this shit is funny to me. Yeah, what? How did Popola's hair even fucking look like? Yeah, in the Automata remake, she's got like those hard bangs. I fucking love that shit on a girl. Like, it looks really cool. But I don't know if she really has that in the old games. Gray. There. What is this? Ooh, this is a good drawing. They gave me the thumbnail. God damn it. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna be able to get this without a reference. Yeah, if only I weren't so fucking shite at drawing here. I guess this hair will do. This is my reference. Yeah, not a fan of the Western faces on this, but to be honest, I don't know why we, in our brains, we remember these games as all anime as fuck, but they're not. Like, this is not really an anime face. This is, yeah, this is a Final Fantasy grade, like, detailed face. It's not an anime face. But yeah, this is, like, we just remember them as anime for some fucking reason. Yeah, isn't that weird? Yeah, I'm the same way with 2B, like, but yeah, she's got Square Enix face. Yeah, not really very anime. Okay. Okay, the Popola. I fucking love saying this girl's name. It's so fun. Yeah, I know. Poor Popola. God. Her ending made me fucking sad. Now she's even sadder because I can't fucking draw. There we go. I don't know, these drawings they're less funny unless like their heads are all like squished and stuff. Okay, let me try to fix this. Gotta flatten her out a little bit. You never want to say Rule 34 artist say that. Weasel says, so Final Fantasy is not anime? Blasphemous. It is hyper anime in its presentation, but its face style is not. It's kind of like stylized realism, to be honest. Because you know how Square Enix is, they're just fucking out of control with their visual, like, budget. So they try to make everything as detailed and quote-unquote realistic as possible. At least with their materials, you know what I mean? Apollo says, speaking of hair, he's realized he really likes shorter hair on girls. Yep. it's pretty cute. I will say this though, Apollo. Like, my ex-fiance, like, you know, like we broke up like 10 years ago or some shit. Like, when I was trying to court her to be my partner, she had like mid-length hair, which I thought was really cute. But when we got together, she cut her hair really short and kind of like a pixie cut, like or something. Which, you know, I wasn't super into, but you know, she did look cute in it. Um, but yeah, the problem was when I was hitting her from behind, she she didn't. She was a girl with like a really beautiful face and a really nice chest, but she didn't have any hips, you know. So when I was hitting it from behind, she just looked like a little boy. I'm like, Zero, don't fucking say anything. Don't say anything to her. Like, yeah, that was a problem. So just keep in mind, like Apollo, that might be a problem you're gonna run into if you're picking that type of feature on your partners. But yeah, it's pretty cute. Yeah, might cause an issue. Yeah, I'm that asshole that my line technique is I just make a million jillion brushstrokes until I get one I like. Oh yeah, this might get a little annoying to watch. Okay, and do this. Oh, I'm gonna fucking go to hell for this one. Yeah, Homegirl's got this really odd, like, MC Hammer Pants thing going on. Yeah, here's the problem, chat. Like their outfits from the original games just aren't really all that iconic. So when I draw it all squished and weird like this, it's not really recognizable. Yeah, this look weird. I don't think. God, drawing's crashing and burning. That's good. That's a good sign. Okay. Okay, so you got the wavy here, right? Oh, jeez. Oh, hey, Documents, what's going on? Yeah, we are just drawing some NieR Replicant art right now. It looks fucking terrible. Yeah, I want to die. Oh, jeez. That's okay. We're just drawing for fun. You guys know I'm not a serious artist, like, at all, right? Use your spellcasting book. It is not a grimoire. there's the Popola. Yeah, oh god. The office is so fucking sweltering. If I have to turn on my fan, it's gonna annoy the shit out of everybody. I might have to. Yeah, I'm so sorry, chat. Yeah, I think trying to draw the Popola is really stressing me the fuck out. So I gotta turn on this fan. Okay. Alright, chat. I guess while I'm working on drawing Devila here, like I gotta start telling you guys about the NieR concert, because otherwise it's gonna take too long. I'm gonna get fucking tired and you guys won't be able to hear about it. Heavy says he was gonna say to draw Devila with X's for the eyes to make it more fitting. Heavy, don't put that evil on me. Yeah, I know my girl's dead, but you really gotta do that to me? I guess Popola fucking died, like fucking died at the end there too. Yeah, everybody's dead. Yeah, fucking Emil got her. Here's Gopal. Like, we were just talking about you, Gopal. Gopal says, "Have you tried other drawing apps, Zero?" I haven't. I'm too old and I'm too stubborn, so I just have not. Okay, Heavy wants to draw Devila and she's fucking dead. I'm like, okay. Hold on. I'm going to fucking hell for this. I want to die so badly. Oh. Yes, so the concert. God damn it, Heavy. Okay, so let me just preface it this way. Gutter says, was it the one in Georgia? No. We saw the show in Orlando, Florida. So, so I gotta preface it this way. Yoko Taro is fucking weird when it comes to writing stories and canon. Like, when he presents his official product, he really likes to keep the lore or the background information of his stories to a minimum. So when he makes his games, it's what he focuses on is the either the emotional impact of the story, or he focuses on hey, here's a really interesting result that comes out of the weird fucked up thing I set up. So all the lore, like, for the NieR and Drakengard universe, it tends to be just kind of exclusively found in, like, background materials, like books or manga or Twitter post or just, yeah. And it goes so far that people will joke that Yoko Taro's, like, background lore and, you know, being canon, like, it's being written on the back of a bench in a park in Tokyo. And, like, that's a joke, but it's not really an exaggeration. So Rek and I, like, we show up to this concert in Orlando thinking, hey, we get to see a live orchestra play this amazing soundtrack. And as the show starts, they say, they give a special thanks to Yoko Taro to say, thank you, Yoko Taro, for writing a special scenario for the concert. So, as it turns out, the concert is canon with the story of NieR Replicant and NieR Automata. Which I'm like, a fucking course it is. So, So instead of being able to just sit there and enjoy the music, I'm like, fuck, I gotta pay attention to this thing and figure out what's going on in the story here. So yeah, like, of course Yoko Taro did that. Like, ugh. Yeah, and I'm like, wait, what about all the fucking people who weren't able to go to the concert? They just don't get the story or something? Like, I think there are some stage plays that I've done for NieR that are also canon, but I have no idea how the fuck those go down either. So yeah, this is all just wildly confusing. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Ugh. Yeah, this is really hard to draw at this angle. I'm going to fucking hell for this heavy. Okay, and I think Devla's hair is shorter? How does it do? Sorry. Yeah, she's like totally the wrong scale compared to her sister because I'm such a good fucking artist. Okay, and I know she's supposed to have like her fucking like mace or something, but you know, fuck that, I'm gonna draw her lute. Yeah, I don't know. Dude, like, just Devla playing the lute and just singing for you, like, the whole fucking game. It's just like, this is just what home sounds like, you know? And then you gotta kill the bitch. It's like ripping out your own fucking heart. It's horrible. This game is horrible. I don't know why we like this shit. Damn. Sorry, I'm just really mad about everything. Okay, there's our homegirl, and she's fucking dead. Here, let me resize her like real quick. Transform her a little sideways. There we go. There, Devla and Popola. I don't know why my girl Popola is looking like mad homeless right there. Also rotate the canvas. What do you want to rotate the canvas for? Flip the canvas. Neat trick if you're having trouble drawing certain lines. Oh, that. Yeah, I know about that. Yeah, I mean, I'll do that if I'm doing like a serious drawing, but this is obviously not like a serious drawing. Okay, so now that we know the canon of NieR Automata and NieR Replicant, it's just fucking weird. Yeah, so Rick and I show up, and they fucking announce, like, hey, Yoko Taro made a special scenario, for this concert. And we're like, what the hell? Like, okay. So it turns out the concert is a continuation of ending E in NieR Automata. So just for background for you guys, like what happens in ending E of NieR Automata is, so it follows ending C or D. So I believe ending C is where A2 causes the tower to collapse and everybody dies. Yeah, and she dies because the tower fucking falls on her head. Yeah, you're not running out of there. And yeah, and so the machines do not get out into space. And then in ending D, 9S manages to kill her, so yeah, she, like, A2 does not manage to stop the tower, and so the machines go out into space. I think they're trying to go towards the moon and see what the hell the database up there is doing. And yeah, and then ending D technically has two different things inside of it, like, so you can either have 9S go into space with the machines, or he can stay on Earth and rot in the hell that he made. I always pick for him to, you know, stay on Earth because, you know, fuck that guy. So yeah, so those are all the bad endings. So ending E follows from either of those. So essentially, everybody dies, and the two pods, they decide, hey man, this ending sucks. I won't stand for it. Let's try to fix this shit. And so I think what pod does, I forgot the names of the pods, but yeah, 2B's pod, yeah, he goes and he's trying to hack something, and he can't really manage to do it by himself. So the whole ending E is, yeah, kind of like all the different save files come together and help him through it. And so what he does, like, you know, when he wins ending E, is he recovers the bodies of 9S, 2B, and A2. And he just, he recovers everything he can, and he throws them back together. I guess I can draw a pod real quick. What does pod look like? Here. There we go. It's a nice pod diagram. Yeah, pod kind of weirds me out. He's got like these little arms and then these big ol' arms. How does this do exactly? I got this square thing going on. Oh, he's got a third red claw? Okay. And then he's got his big ol' arms, like back here. Okay, so pod. Yeah, so he puts 9S, 2B, and A2 back together. And the concert picks up from there. Which, you know, I didn't fucking expect. I thought, like, you know, you're supposed to leave the ending ambiguous. Yeah, so at the end of ending E, like, the pods are talking to each other. Like, they're like, yeah, I can't believe you just fucking did that. That was really fucking stupid. Yeah, but if you just put them back together, aren't they gonna just, you know, make the same fucking mistakes and fuck up, like, everything again? And he's like, yeah, that's a possibility. Like, but you don't know. Like, there's always a chance something different will happen. And so, yeah, so Pod just, like, kind of lets it roll. And, yeah, all we know is, like, their bodies are put together. They don't wake up or anything. But yeah, like, in the concert, like, it picks up directly from there. So, yeah, 9S and 2B, they wake up. And, unfortunately, like, the concert, I think it, like, never ever mentions A2 at all. Like, I think what we hear from the side materials is that, like, even though they tried to put her back together, they just, she just never wakes up. And so, she's just kind of like a non-factor during NieR concert, which is really unfortunate, because she's like one of my favorite characters from NieR Automata. But yeah, Homegirl's dead. Yeah, so the story just follows 9S and 2B, which, I know those characters are very iconic, but I happen to not like them as much as everybody else. Because, yeah, because 9S is, you know, he's just like, I got no respect for the guy. He's just like a little boy. He freaks the fuck out about everything, like and he just becomes like Mr. Genocide Man, you know. And then 2B, like I love that girl to death, but she's kind of just like she kind of functions like a silent protagonist during the game, and I know most of it is just, you know, PTSD and her just keeping quiet because of how fucking crazy everything is, but yeah, like there's not a lot happening in the game with her that endears her towards me, but yeah, I do like her a lot, but yeah, they're the main characters of the NieR concert story, which you know, not really my choice, but you know, they're obviously the ones to use because they're the most popular. So yeah, what's going on here? Yeah, so I can't quite really remember the beginning because I wasn't sure I was supposed to be paying attention like during the beginning. Like those details are a little like unclear to me. But yeah, so 9S and 2B, they're just wandering around, and yeah, Rec might be able to fill in details that I missed because, you know, he was right there next to me. Yeah, so they're just wandering around, and then I think they run into some machines, but the machines aren't combative anymore. Like, they kind of know, like, yeah, just everybody's dead. Like, yeah, the Yorha base is down. The tower either collapsed or it fucking left orbit. So, yeah, the machine commanders aren't here anymore. Like, it's just everybody left behind. Hey, Boxhead, what's going on? Yeah, Boxhead's one of our channel members. He's been, yeah, supporting us for a long, long time now. Yeah, 36 months. That's almost 3 years, buddy. Wow, that's pretty cool. So yeah, like, yeah, so yeah, so they're just wandering around. There are some machines, the machines are not combative. And they kind of, like, 2B kind of realizes, hey, I know I'm kind of walking around and talking and stuff, but yeah, something's not quite right with my body. And it turns out her black box is damaged. And the black box for Yorha androids is, it's kind of, yeah, so a black box is, it's simultaneously a power source, and it also happens to be their soul. We learn in the game that black boxes are also, they were created from machine cores. So Yorha androids are technically, they have the same base as the machines that they're fighting, which, you know, that really freaked them the fuck out. As it also turns out, so machine cores are, they're kind of hinted at as being plant-like. So I think in the fucking deep lore of NieR Replicant, I believe the machines, the machine cores were created out of the memory tree from NieR Replicant. So yeah, they all have like a lineage, so that's really interesting. But yeah, so Apollo says he's not feeling great. Oh yeah, I've probably made you ill with all this waffling talk, but yeah, yeah, feel better, Apollo. You go get some rest. Yeah, so did I need to go that deep into black box lore? Anyway, yeah, so 2B's black box is damaged, and it's kind of limiting her ability to fight, and she feels that her body is just wearing out over time. It's not running the way it's supposed to. Yeah, it's implied that, yeah, she's gonna die if she can't get her black box repaired. It's really apparent that you cannot repair a black box without Yorha's facilities, but the fucking home base blowed the fuck up, so it's not there anymore. So yeah, so 2B, knowing that she can't fix this, she doesn't say shit. And then 9S, uh, he notices that her black box is damaged, but he doesn't see anything either. He basically spends the entire story being a simp. Like he says, like this is the whole fucking concert. He's just like, oh, if only I could save 2B, I would give anything to save 2B. Why couldn't it have been my black box that was damaged instead of hers? And all that type of simp shit. So yeah, he's just really one-dimensional throughout this whole shit. Like yeah, that cat really annoys me. But yeah, he's in character, so you know, whatever. So yeah, homegirl's fucking falling apart. But they're looking around to see like, hey, what's going on now? What can they do? And I can't exactly remember how this happens exactly, but they are coming across the terminals, are they called? Yeah, these things. Yeah, the save boxes from NieR Automata. They're coming across these, which, you know, they're technically vending machines, but they're coming across these. They've been scattered around, and they're finding. So from the. Yeah, they're looking at these, and they're finding data in them that they haven't seen before, and they happen to have files from the original events of NieR Replicant. And so they learn about Project Gestalt and just all that horseshit that's happened like 10,000 years before in the past. And so like I kind of get the general thrust of NieR Concert is that it's trying to tie together NieR Automata to NieR Replicant, like even more so than Ending E did. So it's trying to give the actual main characters some more like emotional interaction to what happened like in their past. And so they're finding some files from Project Gestalt, and they kind of note that like, wow, this is I didn't know things were like that, but they kind of don't really know what to do with the information. They're like, yeah, that's strange, and they kind of just keep going. And so they're trying to find as many terminals as they can. And yeah, Mr. Weasel's going back to work. Yeah, get back to work. Get back in the kitchen. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, Mr. Weasel. Yeah, so they're looking for these terminals, and eventually they come across the alien ship. And I was a little confused as to whether is it the same alien ship that they found before, or is it a different one? Yeah, so this was the one. Yeah, this was the alien ship we saw in the game, and they find a ship. I can't recall if it's the same ship or not. It might be the same ship. But, you know, it would kind of make sense if the aliens had more than one ship, because, you know, what kind of alien has just one? Yeah, so they find the ship, and yeah, so just keep in mind, NieR Concert, it's really fucking taking its time. Like, it's really just, you know, trying to play the music, kind of. It's just trying to be really kind of methodical in its pacing, you could say. Yeah, I'm gonna move my mic a little closer to me. Like, I guess I'm not drawing anymore. I'm just using Google to slideshow this shit. Yeah, so they find an alien ship, and I can't really recall what happens on the ship. They just they're kind of just looking around it. But yeah, they go into the ship's basement or its core, and they find another of these terminals, and they go inside it, and it turns out it has a tunnel like to somewhere, and that tunnel leads to So underground, attached to this alien spaceship, is a copy of the bunker. That is Yorha's like base that's like orbiting the planet. So yeah, something has created a copy of the bunker, and yeah, the NieR games, they kind of have this theme of like kind of artificial replication, and it's kind of like when you're trying to create something genuine, like how many copies do you have to make until you have you have something that's of the same substance and quality. And so yeah, so they come across a bunker, and yeah, there's some weird shit down there. So here are some things of note that they find. So they find some writing, like I believe this writing is kind of on the spaceship, and the writing is from a young man who has lost his sister. If I could type. Yeah, so the writing implies that the writing on the spaceship is written by Shadow Lord, which yeah, Shadow Lord should be like way fucking dead like by this point. But yeah, it implies that the writing is from him, which I'm like how the hell did that happen exactly? Which, you know, that this will be explained in a little bit. So what I'm thinking at this point is, like, if they have writing from Shadow Lord, it's either yeah, he's supposed to be super dead at this point because, you know, NieR killed him. So it implies that the writing from Shadow Lord, it's either written on his behalf by somebody else who understands his perspective, or like you could say maybe he's not really dead, but the fact that humanity went extinct, like, yeah, he's probably fucking dead. Like, or he was recreated with the same memories, and then that copy was the person who wrote the message on the spaceship. And so those are the kind of the possibilities I kind of glean out of it. Yeah, and as I go further into the story, it'll be more evident which one it will be. Yeah, so they find this writing from Shadow Lord. It's mostly an excuse to play Shadow Lord's theme during the concert. But yeah, they find that writing. So it implies either Shadow Lord wrote it himself, or maybe somebody else wrote it. Somebody else who's not exactly him. Okay, so they go into the basement and they find a copy of the bunker. And as they go into the bunker, they are finding weird marks like everywhere. They are finding they're finding like claw and like slash marks over the hallways and stuff, and maybe some blood. Yeah, this looks really fucked up down there. So they're like, what the fuck can make a mark like that? It doesn't look like it's left by a machine. And so, like, as they're going through the bunker, they are finding yeah, they're finding more save points. What the fuck were these called? Anyway, they're finding more of these, and they're finding more files. And so something they come across is they come across the memory of Louise. Yeah, Louise is the mermaid from NieR Replicant. Yeah, she's not in NieR Gestalt because she's just in the book at that time. But yeah, when they remade the game, they added Louise to the game, which is great because, you know, the mermaid story is one of my favorite stories in the books. Wow, that is very cute. Okay, anyway, so they find a file of Louise's memory, which what does this memory say exactly? So, yeah, this just might be a thing where, hey, the concert just needs an excuse to play her theme because it's fucking awesome. Like, but I'm trying to figure out, like, how exactly this is like, tying to the story exactly. It just might not. Yeah, so they come across her memory, but in the writing, it kind of says something like, she's an artificial shade. Like, so shades are gestalts, which are human souls. But I believe, I don't know if Louise, like, ever was an actual person. She was kind of like an amalgamation of a bunch of other gestalts kind of merging together. So you could say something like, she is an artificial gestalt. Which is to say, she's an artificial human soul. Yeah, so this goes on to give a clue as to what's happening, like, inside this artificial bunker. Like, so yeah, this is just a memory of Louise. And so it's kind of like, if an artificial human... If an artificial gestalt could have been created in the past, maybe we can do that again with our technology. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure Louise is artificial because it's stated explicitly in the game that she never had an original body or soul, and so because of that, she can't have a replicant created for her to, you know, put her soul into by the process that they currently have. So I would have liked if she got that ending, but yeah, man, she's like technically she's more powerful than Shadow Lord. She's gigantic, and yeah, look at her. That's her body. Like, there's no fucking way you can make a body that can fit this much soul into it, I think. But yeah, like, yeah, I need to find more Louise art. Hopefully, you know, with her fully clothed. Yeah, I don't like her in that way, chat. Come on. Yeah, get your minds out of the gutter, you fucking freaks. Anyway, yeah, I just like her story. Yeah, so, like, the file suggests, like, hey, she's an artificial, like, shade. We can probably make artificial shades, like, with our technology. And so, like, as 9S and 2B go further into the bunker, they are finding... Yeah, they're finding more shades down there. Yeah, so the things that are leaving the claw marks are not machines. They're shades that were recently created inside that artificial bunker. And yeah, they end up having to fight shades. There are machines down there that have turned feral. It's not really explained why they've turned feral, but yeah, like, they have to fight those things off, and yeah, I don't know how much impact this is really having on 9S and 2B, but I don't know if they realize that shades are actually human souls, or I don't think they understand, like, the impact of that happening. But yeah, that's what's happening inside the bunker. And so, what is this picture? Oh my god, fuck you, internet. Let's just make Zero sad today. Okay, so they... what was his name? Yeah, so eventually 9S and 2B, they go far enough into the bunker where they find one of those Yorhud, like, transformable jet things. I forgot what the name of those things are, but yeah, that thing, like, has, like, some weird stuff sticking out of it. Like, it's they make a point to say that, like, hey, this thing is, like, really fake and hollow, but it's got something inside of it. So what it has inside of it is, no, it's not Hook. I'm thinking of the wrong shade. it has this thing. Yeah, so they play the concert plays Dark Colossus, and so what's inside of this fighter, like inside the bunker, is this thing, which is fucking horrific. So I don't know what the story impact of this is exactly, but it's to say that yeah, man, this is a very powerful shade. They managed to artificially create one that is, yeah, his name is Jack. Okay. Yeah, this thing is very powerful. Like, it's almost as powerful as Luis. Obviously, it was just... Was it acting under Shadow Lord's control? I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to say. But yeah, it was there to, yeah, attack the city and kind of distract NieR from protecting Yona. Yeah, so that Shadow Lord can swoop in and get Yona. Okay, so yeah, 9S and 2B, they beat up the Colossus. Yeah, and I think this part implies that, yeah, it is actual combat. Like, they are, you know, not just looking at a memory of the Colossus. They are actually fighting an artificial Colossus, like, inside the bunker. Yeah, so they beat up this thing, and yeah, my memory is a little fuzzy on this because, yeah, this happened like the 30th? Oh, fuck me. How long ago was that? 6. Yeah, this was like almost 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I'm doing all this shit by memory. Yeah, so they beat the Colossus, and they go and find the core of the bunker, and they find a sphere. Like, and I don't really understand the significance of the sphere or anything like that. But I forgot how this goes exactly. Stan says he guesses this one isn't as strong as the other one if they just beat it. Maybe not. Yeah, you gotta keep in mind though, Satanta. I imagine that, like, the power scaling between like OG NieR and like Yorha, like androids, is fucking insane. Like not only are Yorha artificial, like they're combat androids. They've been experimented on relentlessly to be the perfect combat machines. Not only to be physically perfect at combat, but like have the personality that's perfect for combat. So to be honest though, I don't know if any feats that Yorha androids do are actually really strong, because I fucking remember like NieR and Kaine fucking fighting this thing, and when they fought Luis, where did they have a screenshot of it somewhere here? It's gotta be in here somewhere. I can't fucking find it. Yeah, anyway, during the mermaid fight, you see Kaine, and so NieR uses his doppelganger shadow clone jutsu like bullshit magic thing, and so he sends his shadow clone forward, and Kaine runs up with it, and together they like fucking look at the size of this thing, by the way. So they fucking do that, and they fucking slash Luis in half with one attack. And she's like the size of like a skyscraper, you know? And yeah, so they fucking do that to her, but homegirl, like, just, she got a lot of juice, you know, so she just heals it off and puts herself back together. So I have never ever seen a Yorha android do a feat of strength like that, but yeah, it's hard to tell. But keep in mind, yeah, NieR and Kaine, they are yeah, this is, yeah, they are like super juiced up by this point. They're way higher level than when they fought Jack of Hearts. So yeah, I don't know. Power scaling is fucking weird, like in NieR. So it's really hard to explain. But yeah, they 9S and 2B they fight Jack. Yeah, they beat it. Okay, so what happens from here? Like, I just keep in mind this story, like as it's going on in the concert, it's not really detail oriented. So like sometimes details are skipped, and this might be one of those sections. But yeah. So they kind of get into the deepest parts of the bunker, and I feel like I'm missing a piece or something, but yeah, what they find inside is a copy of a church, which I don't know if this really has a connection to any other churches that exist in the NieR universe. I have no earthly idea, but yeah, inside the church, am I even gonna come up with anything on Google here? Yeah, let's just say it's this one. Like, why the fuck not? Yeah, this is yeah, by the way, this is just a mod that somebody made for the PC version. Let's just use it for visuals. Okay, so they come across a church, and in the church they find a bunch of dead Yorha androids. And this is a detail that I don't remember. Rek says it was this way, but I'm not sure. You guys can fight him about it. But Rek says there were also dead machines like in there as well, and you know the machines and the androids, like they were fighting each other. But yeah, I specifically remember it's just Yorha androids that were there. Maybe there were also machines. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so they go into this church and they find a bunch of dead Yorha androids just like scattered about. So the way it's explained is that like after the bunker collapsed, there were a bunch of like Yorha androids that were scattered about the planet, and they're like, oh shit, we don't have anywhere to go back to now. And so they were looking for somewhere to go, so they kind of ended up here at this church, where, you know, eventually they just kind of got worn out and died, like just like over time from damage, or they couldn't get repairs here. But it was kind of like just a last vestige, like and I'm sure they were kind of following the same signals that 2B and 9S were. Yeah, and so it was kind of like a last refuge. Like the story goes out of its way to confirm, like, yeah, they're actually dead, like they passed away here, but it was kind of like this was the last refuge they had. So yeah, so 9S and 2B, they're like yeah, like it's kind of over, isn't it? And at this point, like 2B, she's, you know, fought through like waves and waves of enemies. She's fought like 2 super bosses, like, or something, and like her body's not really working anymore, and she feels like she's fading out. And you know, 9S is just being a big pussy and all that type of shit. You know how he's gonna do. But yeah, like homegirl dies. Like yeah, like she gets her off switch flipped from on to off, and yeah, she just kind of fades out. And you know, 9S is just fucking crying over her corpse, and you know, like knocking one out. You know how it do. You know, just get it while it's still warm. I'm joking. They don't put that in the story, but you know, that's just what I would do. Anyway, yeah, so homegirl dies, and yeah, what happens inside the church is, I think all the, yeah, so 2B dies because her black box is like just, it's fucked up, like, and they can't fix it without the facilities. But what happens? Satana says, I can't believe he Shinji'd 2B. Dude, like, there were all those clones of her like in the tower. Like you gotta know he fucking did that shit. But yeah, there's a big black sphere in there, like inside the church. I don't know the meaning of this shit, but yeah, there's some type of control sphere, like in the church. But yeah, the fucking, like, when 2B dies, the fucking, like, control sphere turns on. Is there one of those in here? I don't know, I never played this mod. Yeah. This totally looks believable, though, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, so there's this big old black ball. Yeah, it kind of looks like the black ball from the alien ship, to be honest. Yeah, I kind of saw it when we were... I guess it kind of looks like this thing. Anyway, there's a black ball, like, in the center of this church. So, yeah. Yeah, Homegirl passes away, and the big black ball turns on, and I think what happens is, like, all the black boxes from the dead Yorha bodies on the ground, like, those black boxes dissolve, and they kind of merge into 2B's black box, and they kind of repair her. And so, yeah, Homegirl wakes up. She stands right the fuck up, like Jesus. You know, like, they didn't make that analogy. I'm making the analogy. But yeah, like, yeah, Homegirl's dead for like 2 seconds, and then, yeah, she gets resurrected. Yeah, out of, the sad, pitiful, like, simp spirit of 9X. Yeah, so Homegirl lives. And they're like, and yeah, and they're like, I have no fucking idea what just happened, and I don't understand how it works, but yeah, so after 2B wakes up, the fucking black ball, it like goes kaput and it falls apart. So obviously, Yoko Taro doesn't want them to have a respawn mechanic a little too much. So yeah, you get one chance. That's it. Technically 2 chances, because we just put you back together for ending E. Anyway, so yeah, like, Homegirl wakes up. Oh, yeah, so Homegirl wakes up, and yeah, so they kind of come across, like, everything that's to come across, like, inside the alien ship. Yeah, so they find, yeah, writings from the shades before. They find copies of actual shades. They find the bunker, and they find, like, all the dead Yorha androids who took refuge in the church. And it was, and the writing revolving the church, it was very spiritual. It was kind of like making peace with the end, and they were just, like, accepting, like, yeah, everything's dead and it's all over. We don't, there's nowhere really to go from here except to die, and they just kind of accept it, and it's a really spiritual scene. Yeah, man, yeah, it was just really, it was hard to describe how it is. Bleak is not the right word. It was just kind of, yeah, really, it was sad, I guess, but it was just kind of accepting of the end. That's the best way to put it. Y'all ever see, what's that stupid ass painting called? Yeah, you guys are gonna rip me one for this. Yeah, this fucking thing. I could describe the story basically through this painting. If I can fucking find a proper copy of it. I guess it's this one. Okay, Starry Night by Van Gogh. It's kind of like the story, the NieR Constant story was kind of like this. Like, it's about death, like, but it's not like scary or horrifying. It's actually kind of beautiful and accepting of death. Like, that's kind of how the story was. But yeah, yeah, Homegirl fucking dies and then wakes up again, and then they're like, okay, I guess there's nothing else to do, like, inside this church or this copy of the bunker. So they leave, and they get, like, they go back to the surface, and they start wandering around again, and they basically say, yeah, man, I don't I don't really know what to do from here, but I guess we'll just keep going. Yeah, so yeah, they just keep going. So we kind of get a the adventure continues like type of story. Except everyone else is dead. uh, so homegirl 2B and like a fucking super simp 9S, they just wandered like the endless desert together. Yeah, so I guess all the shippers got exactly what they wanted. Yeah, but yeah, that's the NieR concert. That's how it do. I really enjoyed how it kind of thematically and emotionally tied like all the different characters from NieR Replicant and Automata together. They fucking shit all over my girl A2 because she just did not matter in all of that. But yeah, I guess sometimes you gotta keep focused. Oh yeah, and they I should have said this earlier, but I know you guys have heard. Oh god. So you can buy this. I have these. Like these are amazing, by the way. So you have the NieR orchestral arrangements, like soundtracks you can buy, which they're incredible. But what we heard at the NieR Orchestra concert, wow, I've never seen this before. Oh, they did one in 2018? Oh, it's this one. The End of Data. Yeah, so this is technically the new story. So, the arrangement for NieR Orchestra concert, it's actually different from the orchestral arrangement, that album that I've bought earlier. Yeah, so even the music is different. And so, yeah, is there a fucking CD for this? They better come out with it. But basically, the way this tour works is it's not one orchestra traveling around the country. It is the local orchestra, all performing the same music, and then you have different performers for each location. And so Rick and I, we were at the Orlando concert, so it was the Orlando Orchestra and choir doing this music for us. They did pretty well. I think the violins, they kind of fucked up some notes during Bipolar Nightmare, and there was a different song somebody fucked up there. Yeah, I thought the choir, they were a little quiet. Like, I would have liked it if they were a little more punchy, or if they had more participation in the performance, but yeah. Like, if this is the Orlando concert, Yoko Taro, so Keiichi Okabe sat about like right here, and then Yoko Taro sat next to him about right here. I saw him, I think I saw him without the mask. He's like a bald guy. He's got his head shaved like me. But yeah, I didn't take a picture because I'm a fucking idiot. Anyway. Yeah, so even the music at NieR Orchestra was unique to the actual orchestra. I don't think you can even buy it anywhere. If you can, that would be great. Is it on SoundCloud? Is it on SoundCloud? I don't fucking know. Anyway, I'll have to find a way to get a hold of that shit. Anyway, so yeah, they ended the concert by playing Kaine's theme. And so Kaine's theme actually has two different versions. Oh, weird. I actually have my bullshit up like right now. Where are they? Yeah, so Homegirl has two different versions of her theme, like Salvation and Escape. But what they played at NieR Orchestra was like a combined version. It was like both versions together. And it was fucking gorgeous. It was really good. And I have no earthly idea if that rendition can be found anywhere for everyone else to listen to. But yeah, they had a combined version for Kaine. That was the last song they played. Yeah, that was fucking magical. They also had a combined version for Emil's theme too. That was fucking great. So yeah, it's weirdly enough the music is unique to the concert. So yeah, so hopefully you guys get a chance to listen to it also. But yeah, like I think that's kind of all I have to report, like about NieR Orchestra. It was yeah, it was really cool. You know, so thanks to Rec for getting a hold of the tickets for me. I would have bought them myself, of course, but I was in Costa Rica for my sister's wedding at the time, so I couldn't connect to shit. So, yeah, so that's all over and done with. Yeah, traveling is a lot of trouble. But yeah, oh yeah, we couldn't get any merch because we kind of showed up later than we wanted. Yeah, they only had one merch stand, and they fucking ran out. So yeah, we couldn't get any swag. What would have been perfect was if they had, well, A, they had a lot of swag for everyone, and then B, they should have played Emil's shop theme while they were selling the merch. that would have been fucking perfect, but they didn't do that, did they? But yeah, yeah, there's NieR concert. Yeah, like the crowd, like I just was not expecting that many people there, and then just the variety of people in the audience was fucking insane. You had like everybody. You didn't have little kids really, but yeah, anywhere from like teenagers, like all the way up to old people, just all different ages, all different kinds of people. Yeah, we had like a bunch of well-dressed, like nice people. We had a bunch of fucking gangbanger hood-looking guys, like, and you know they knew all the lore too. That was the fucking weird part. Can y'all imagine like some hood-looking gangster guys? They're like, yeah, man, I hope I can get an Emil mask from the merch shop after. That's what they said in the elevator. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, like there was all kinds of people there. Apparently, a lot of people didn't know the games. They were just invited by other people and got to enjoy the music. To be honest, I don't think they really should have done that. They should have just left those seats open for more fans to be able to go, but I guess just a lot of people just invited their friends who didn't really know anything about the stories or the games. The lady who sat next to me, bless this woman, but I'm about to talk some mad shit. Like, she, let me just say that I respect her because she knew absolutely everything about NieR, like top to bottom. All the characters, all the story, all the lore, all the music, she knew and recognized everything. So yeah, women aren't normally like that. Like they just like, you know, fiddle around on their phones while they're watching a movie or something. They can't pay attention to a goddamn thing. But she knew everything top to bottom. The problem was she had like the emotional control of a toddler. So she couldn't help but like squeal and say, "Oh my god," and like just like, "Oh, I'm so sad," and like just crying and just like fidgeting in her chair and rolling around and shit. Like holy shit. Like yeah, that was a little hard to sit next to, but yeah, I kind of appreciate her and was annoyed by her at the same time. So yeah, hopefully she's okay and having a good time. Oh jeez. And yeah, the cosplayers there were so many cosplayers. They were awesome. Like we had people like doing, you know, like lore accurate like cosplays. My favorites were where the cosplayers, like they kind of had like the hair and makeup, but they would wear evening gowns, like because, you know, it's like a high class like event thing, and so aiming to see like 2B and like A2, and like they're all like fucking wearing like nightgowns and stuff. Like it was fucking cool. They looked gorgeous. I really liked that. So yeah, that was really nice. Yeah, I even saw like a Drakengard 1 cosplay. Yeah, I never get the time. Yeah, which character was she? Oh boy, I can't tell. Well, she was holding a red dragon, which, you know, this one's definitely the dragon. Might have been her, maybe? It was either her or her. Yeah, but she was dressed up as one of these characters. I don't think she had the jacket. It's probably this one. Yeah, she was dressed up as one of these, and then she had the red dragon, like, plushie with her. So that was funny. Well, that's definitely not the right one. But yeah, definitely one of these wreck. I do not think it was Zero from Drakengard 3. Because, yeah, she's completely different. She's got, like, a cape and armor and a sword and everything. But yeah, Homegirl is holding a red dragon. And the dragon in Drakengard 3 it's white. Yeah, I think its name is Mikhail, something like that. But yeah, she was holding this dragon instead. Oh, Hawk's here. He says, "Hey, Zero, it's good to hear from you again. It's been too long." Yeah, man, I've been on a long hiatus because of all the traveling I've been doing. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. It wasn't on purpose, but I kind of needed a break after Heavy and I were just fucking pounding away at Monster Hunter 3U for like months, like non-stop. That was crazy. But yeah, but we did it. I think the servers actually went down yesterday. So yeah, like that was not a lot of leeway we had. Heavy's asking, were they 100% accurate kinase? I didn't check. Yeah, I wasn't able to grab them by the pussy, Heavy. Like I don't have that type of power. but yeah, like I didn't ask. I didn't ask. I think there definitely were a few kinase. Surprisingly, a lot of 9S's. Yeah, definitely a few cross-dressers. Yeah, there might have even been a cosplayer that I recognized here from Texas, but yeah, I didn't run over to bother her. But yeah, there were a ton of them, and yeah, I really appreciate like all the cosplayers there. So Thomas says, "Ew, 9S cosplayers." Yeah, they were. I mean, they were all pretty, and they were all like having sex with each other, all that type of shit. But yeah, you know how cosplayers are. They just kind of, it's all like really incestuous. They're all like dating each other and stuff. Let's see. Yeah, there were a lot of women who were cosplaying as 9S, you know, so they could get his jawline and his pussy-like behavior accurate. Yeah, Heavy says, good thing there were no lucky cosplayers. Yeah, I would have had to shoot him on the spot. Yeah, that was a lot of trouble having to travel with my handgun. Yeah, like they didn't let me bring it into the concert hall. They had like metal detectors and shit. Although, to be honest, the police were like, hey man, my scanner went off. Like, is that your belt buckle? It's like, yeah, sure. Like, I probably could have brought in my gun, but like, I did not. Yeah, so yeah, concert was cool. Yeah, Keiichi Okabe was there. Yeah, he looked exactly like that. Yeah, Okabe was there. He was not the... what is the phrase for the guy that does the thing? He wasn't the composer, like, for the actual thing. He was just there in the audience. Because it was like, it's the local band playing the music, and he's just there to see how well they do. Is this in Vancouver? Yeah. Oh. Of course, all the beautiful women get to meet the celebrities. he's even... God damn it, you Charlie, you bastard. Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, Keiichi Okabe was there. Emmy Evans and Janique Nicole were there. Yeah, they... I did not know they would be there, but yeah, they reprised their roles to sing all the songs that they're involved in. There are even some unique songs where they would not normally perform in those songs, but they did. Yeah, so that was really, really amazing. And then, yeah, fucking Yoko Taro shows up, and he just starts talking shit. He's just like, yeah, thank you for all your support and your money. Like, yeah, we don't have to, you know, we don't have to like survive by like eating sponges, like, and living out of a van or something. So, yeah, he's fucking weird. Yeah, I think something's fucking wrong with this man. Like, his stories are like so deep and so depressing, but then like in person he's just so goofy. Like, he just he just gives so little of a fuck. He just says whatever he wants. But yeah, I'm 1000% convinced this man is bipolar. Yeah, he's got to have something going on with him. This has to be my favorite picture of him. But yeah, like so his mask, he dropped it and broke it, so he had to have it like stapled together here. And I heard he had completely misplaced it at a convention somewhere, so I wasn't even sure if he would show up or not. But yeah, like, homeboy just fucking showed up. So yeah, that was fun. I had brought all my copies of my games with me to see if I could get like an autograph or something, but there were no autographs. Yeah, I am not that lucky, but yeah, just being in the same, yeah, giant concert hall with him was cool. You guys remember this? Yeah. Anyway, alright, chat, I think that's kind of everything I have to report about NieR concert. Yeah, it was super cool. I did not fucking expect it to be canon. That was very weird, but maybe I should have expected it to be canon. Yeah, I don't know, like, Rec, was there anything I missed? Or do you guys have any questions about it? Satantas, it should have been me, not him. And I think there's a few more shows. Yeah, they must be all sold out by now, though, man. Although, Rec, wasn't the seat next to you, like, empty? Okay, Rex says I got everything. Yeah, the seat was empty. Oh, we could have snuck somebody in there. All right, who wants to fight for the empty seat? Like, who wants it more? Like, Satanta or Heavy? Maybe. Yeah, maybe Gulpal wants it. Yes, Tom says he couldn't go even if he wanted to. He's busy until August, and the only time he has off is for his parents' birthday this year. That sounds fucking terrible, Satanta. Yeah, I don't really take well to travel. I'm fucking exhausted and beat up. Yeah, Rick says, long story short, the memory tree is still replicating things, even shades. Yeah, well, that's, yeah, I forgot to talk about that dimension. So yeah, it sounds like this ship, it got connected to the memory tree somehow. Like, that might have even been the core that we saw. But, yeah, like, so if that was the memory tree core, yeah, it can make artificial shades. Which, you know, we did see that happen during NieR Replicant, because, you know, obviously Louise, the mermaid, she's an artificial shade. But also, the memory tree itself is also an artificial shade. Like, Originally, it was just memories, but like that whole story with the memory tree was about it, like kind of awakening as a new soul. Like that was actually my favorite part of the game. Yeah, so I was actually really weirded out by the NieR Orchestra story because, like, if they can make artificial shades, that means that they can make artificial human souls, like, with their technology, which, yeah, that's really interesting. In a sense, they were already doing it by creating black boxes, but, you know, black boxes are physical, and shades aren't physical necessarily, so it has a lot of implications, because it kind of suggests that humans aren't really extinct, especially if human souls exist and they can be created artificially, but all the timelines in NieR, they tend to say that human extinction is demarcated by the death of the last replicant. So for some reason, the measuring stick for extinction isn't the human souls, but the human bodies and the ability to reproduce. So yeah, when the last replicant dies, which is, you know, the artificial body, that's when humanity is declared extinct in the timeline. And yeah, the concert went kind of out of its way to phrase it that way. Heavy says, I need to look up the story for Reincarnation. It has stuff about the tree in that game from what you saw. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. Like, that's like a gacha game, like to make Square Enix like gacha money, right? Yeah, I don't know I have the time and money for that. Like, does anybody just have the story posted like on YouTube or something? Is that considered stealing? I don't know, man. I've spent like so much time like of my life and so much money like just devoted like to this whole like franchise. Like I think it's cool if I just you know, just kind of take it easy for a little while. I'll try to find something heavy, but yeah, thank you for the suggestion. Oh, okay, chat. I am tired. I think I have things I gotta do, like sleep, because I gotta go into the office tomorrow. Heavy says, oh, NieR Reincarnation is actually ending service this month, so you'll just have to look it up. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna finish the whole thing in a month. That would be crazy. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so that was NieR, the NieR Orchestra concert. Like, I didn't really get to talk about the trip, which I guess there's a lot of that going on. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to hop on a different stream to talk about the trip. Yeah, how are we gonna do that? So, yeah, I still plan on streaming Drakengard 3. I have not installed the emulator yet, which I need to figure that out. Yeah, so just let me work on that throughout the week. I should have no plans this weekend, so yeah, I just want to finish building like my real grade Epion so I can put it on my desk, and then then I'll figure out the emulator. Yeah, Heavy says we can probably do a world stream with Salty. Yeah, I guess so. I mean his internet was like super fucked up when we tried to play with him yesterday. What is today? Tuesday? Yeah, so he should have a day off tomorrow. So yeah, maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah, like my knee got fucked up at the airport, so it's been kind of hard for me to get things done at home. Yeah, yeah, so I gotta hop on and do something soon. Yeah, maybe a world stream with Salty and Heavy tomorrow. And then, yeah, I gotta set up for Drakengard 3. And then, I don't know. I know I'm gonna play Stellar Blade. I just pre-ordered it. But I don't know if that's a game I would stream. Yeah, I know I'll definitely play and enjoy it, but yeah, I don't know. Like, streaming is a lot of work, guys. Like, you saw how, like, everybody was just fucking blowing through Armored Core 6. But it took me like 6 months to finish it because, you know, I was streaming it. I had to do everything on stream so you guys could catch all the progression. So yeah, that's really difficult on me. So yeah, maybe we'll take a break. Yeah, on doing things in that much detail because yeah, I'm getting old. I don't really have the time to document everything in autistic detail like anymore. Yeah, I gotta save that shit up. Okay, well, yeah, guys, I think I'm just kind of rambling at this point. I gotta fix this drawing. This one's really funny. Yeah, I like this liver tier. Yeah. Anyway, I gotta fucking finish this thing. I started this in 2021. Oh boy, the drawing's 3 years old now. Yeah, and then, yeah, I gotta finish that drawing for Heavy. Yeah, I promised him on his birthday. That was like 3 months ago. Yeah, now I'm the asshole. Yeah, Heavy says, yeah, you also stream like once a week compared to the other streamers that stream multiple days. Yeah, man, I have a day job and I have to be a responsible adult. I don't like just do YouTube for my whole life. So yeah, I have to, you know, deal with that. Like I have, like it's basically a YouTube disability. And then, yeah, man, like they were just like up all night because they don't got shit they gotta do. But yeah, I got my own house. I gotta take care of the house. I gotta cook for myself. And all that type of shit. Barappa, I'm not gonna say the second name. Like, Dang Sin Sufagun. Wow, that is a very impressive name. I probably said it all wrong, but Barappa, he says, is that the Ebion Gundam? Kind of. It is a variant of the Epion Gundam, for my story. Yeah, don't worry about that. But yeah, it's a drawing I've been working on forever, and I'm really slow at drawing, so yeah, no progress. He says, just call me B. Yes, sir. Alright, but yes, it's an Epion drawing. Good eye. Oh, okay. Alright, chat, I'm tired, so I'm gonna hang up on you. But yeah, it was good catching up with you guys. Not that we really caught up like about anything, but yeah, thank you for listening to my ramblings and looking at my shitty drawings. It's so bad. Yeah, such terrible drawings. Oh boy. Yeah. Anyway, Basil says, is that a boy or a girl Gundam? I would say male? But yeah, it's kind of got a pretty interesting waist to hip ratio, don't it, Basil? Alright, chat, you guys go to bed. You know how to find me on the Discord. Just, you know, make sure to post memes and videos and lewds on there for me. Like, yeah, I don't want to, like, carry this culture by myself. That's really annoying. Yeah, so make sure you post on there. But yeah, you guys go away and get some rest. I'm gonna go take some Advil and Tylenol for my knee. And I'm gonna go to fucking sleep. So, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Yeah, thanks for coming by, like and subscribe, all that shit. And then, yeah, like, yeah, stick around. We're gonna, yeah, probably maybe play Monster Hunter tomorrow with Salty if he's got time. And then, and yeah, we're gonna get around to Drakengard 3 very, very soon. So, anyway, like, okay, you guys go away, and I'll see you again real soon. All right, take care. Goodbye.